Hey Walkwatchers, and welcome back to another one of our videos. Today I am right back in the heart of the Mourne Mountains. In fact, I am walking right up the Annalong Valley as we speak. I've come up from Carrick-Little, and you can see somebody's already camping down there. If that's you in the little red tent, comment down below. Because I am heading up here tonight to camp on the top of Slieve Beg, a little place that I've used before and is fabulous. I'm going up there because I want those beautiful views down through the valleys and up over the peaks of these beautiful Mourne Mountains. So stay with us for the journey, it should be fun. So the weather's pretty mixed for today. It's actually supposed to be raining as we talk, but it's not. Shh, say nothing. Because it's really warm. It's 20 degrees. It's really muggy. And there's a bit of a breeze blowing. Don't know whether you can hear that, but it's about 10 mile an hour, 15 mile an hour, and that's what I'm expecting. Nothing big and fancy. Oh, but I just hope the rain stays away until I get up to the top of Beg and get the tent up. That would just be perfect. Okay, let's take a minute to talk about the valley. In other words, let me just catch my breath. One of those massive big U-shaped valleys, carved out by one of those massive big glaciers hundreds of thousands of years ago, or thousands of years ago, as it retreated down here, scarring out the landscape and leaving this big high-sided, flat-bottomed valley with a wee river down at the bottom of it, the Annalong River. Isn't it glorious? It's so warm today. Gorgeous. And that big lump of rock you can see at the end of the valley there is Hare's Castle. Well, I made it to the top of Slieve Beg. Pretty straightforward, really. I came up by the brandy pad and just up the side of Slieve Beg. It didn't come up the Devil's Coach Road. Not with this big pack on, no thank you. But this is where I'm going to be camping tonight, and thankfully the rain has stayed off, which means that I'll get the tent up in the dry and get the tea on. Thank goodness. I have a new system for keeping my door open, and it's very technical. I have watched videos of people doing this with their door for donkeys, and I keep forgetting to bring pegs with me. It's just a clothes peg. You roll it up, you clip it on, Bob's your uncle, and he's around. And I'll do it with the inside door, although there's a lot of midges up here. I wish there was a wee bit more of a breeze, because they're definitely out. Right, let's get set up inside. Oh, I should have done this years ago. Perfect. Right. So I'm really sorry if you've tuned in to see me cooking some amazing meal. But tonight, I've gone back to an old faithful and, well, you know, I mean, it is my guilty pleasure and I really do like it. A pot noodle. Oh, hot and tasty. Really bad for you, but really tasty. I've just had a message from a friend who sent me photographs of a pizza with pineapple on it. She can keep her out pizza with pineapple on it. I'm going to have my pot noodle. Yeah, no fancy gourmet dinners tonight. Just good old comfort food. Well, dinner is done. And I have now moved on to the chocolate. Divine chocolate, of course. But it has got darker. So I have the lights on. And it's interesting because the clouds have come right down now. They're obscuring Chimney Rock. They've covered Donard and Commedagh and even Cove out here, Bearnagh out behind me. I can't see it anymore. I mean, oh, and there's the rain on. I've been waiting for that all day. The weather forecast said that it was going to be on from about 2 o'clock, and I was going to be walking at about 4:30 or 5 o'clock. And it still really hadn't amounted to much. And then, as I was walking, I thought it's overdue, it's bound to explode at any moment, it's bound to burst on me at any stage, but it didn't. I got the tent up in the dry, and so I'm pretty settled. So yeah, this is Slieve Beg, and this is where the Devil's Coach Road is. So if you're coming to hike or to climb the Mourne Mountains, and you're coming to climb the Devil's Coach Road, well then you're going to be on Slieve Beg. And if you're wondering about the names of our mountains here in the Mourne Mountains or in Ireland, obviously they're rooted in Irish, and so Slieve Beg means, Slieve means mountain, and Beg means little or wee or small or tiny. So this is the small mountain or the wee mountain. Beg meaning small. We've a Meal Beg over there, which is the small mountain, and then we've Meal Moor, Moor meaning big. So it's supposed to be the big one. Yeah, I know, don't ask. Which is also, interestingly enough, why we have the Clochmoor. So if you're over at Rostrevor and you're in Kilbrony Forest and you go to the Clochmoor, you'll be going to the Cloch, the stone, or the Moor, which is the big stone, the Clochmoor, the big stone. Which is also why we don't say the Clochmoor stone, because then you're saying the big stone, which is weird. Don't say that. But Slieve isn't just connected with the Mourne Mountains. Now, there's plenty of sleeves up and down the country. It actually means a mountain or a moor. So there are plenty of mountains and moors that have the title Slieve. So you can immediately think of the Slieve Blooms or Slieve League. So there are plenty of them. It's not just here in the Mourne Mountains. But this is a great wee mountain. I love it. And this was a wee campsite that I used a long time ago when I did my Annalong video. My Annalong Valley video. And I really loved it, so I've come back here. You can watch that Annalong Valley video up there. Just click that and you can watch it. But it's a great spot. So I'm really comfy. It's going to be it's going to be very close, as they say, tonight. So I reckon my sleeping bag will just become like a blanket. I might even just lie on top of it, you know, because it's pretty warm out here. But yeah, I didn't climb the Devil's Coach Road today because I had that big pack on me, and I thought there's no way I'm getting up there with that big pack on. But I have done that before. Again, there's another video up there in the corner. You can click on that and watch it because it's a great experience. It's a bit scary, but it's a great experience. Let me know down below in the comments if you've climbed it and what you thought and how you got on, because it's a great experience, if a little breathtaking at times. Wow, that cloud is really coming down now. I cannot see the valley any longer. That is fantastic. I now feel as if I am just floating in the clouds. That's really cool. Anyway, I have my book with me tonight, so I'm just going to get into my bed now because it's after 10, and I'm going to just lie and read and finish off my chocolate. See you in the morning. Good morning. How are you this morning? I slept really well. I don't remember anything from last night. As you can hear, a little bit of a breeze this morning. Not too much, but it's cold. And the cloud is right down. So I can see very little. I can see the edge of Cove here and a wee bit of the valley down below me. And it definitely rained last night. Everything's really wet, and the tent is wet and whatever, but I'm not. I was toasty warm. It was a great night's sleep last night. It was great. This is a great wee spot. Lovely wee spot. So this morning I'm just going to make breakfast and pack up and get back on the trail. I kind of hoped that I was going to be able to show you a bit of the view from round here, Because the great thing about Slieve Beg is that it's surrounded by some great views. I mean, from here I can see 5 valleys. So I can obviously see Annalong Valley down below me. See, I can't do 2 things at once. I'm sitting talking to you and I can't work at my breakfast. So I can see Annalong Valley. I can see the end of the valley that runs down to Bloody Bridge. I can see the end of the valley that runs down towards Donard Park. Actually, can I see 6? 1, 2, 3. No. 4, I can see into Crom Valley. And 5, I can see over towards Hare's Gap. And down into the valley that runs down Tracy Track. And then a ton of peaks around. So just over behind me, as I said last night, is Slieve Donard and Slieve Commedagh. Chimney Rock is directly opposite me. And Binion is at the end of the Annalong Valley. And then I can see Cove and Lamagan, if it was clear. And Bearnagh. And even out to Doan and Crom as well, if I was to head down Slieve Beg here a wee bit. So it's kind of a cool place, and I kind of hoped that I would be able to show you some of the really nice spots here in the Mournes, but unfortunately not. The weather has other thoughts. Again, I had to make my breakfast, then come back to you and talk to you, because I can't do the 2 things at once. So yes, there are some great views up here. When I'm out here, and this place is just marvellous by itself, and obviously when you come out, it's all about the hiking, and it's all about the discovery of new trails and beating your time and getting physically fit and, you know, having an interest and, you know, the gear that you're wearing and maybe finding a new camp spot. There's all of that. And that's all perfectly legitimate as it is. But I can't help but be reminded of the history of the place. You know, I arrived here last night and I stood on that sort of outcrop of rock overlooking that big drop below me out across the Annalong Valley, and it just made me wonder, you know, who has walked these places before me? I know I'm not the first person to have sat in this spot, but I'm reminded of the wall builders, the path makers, the farmers, the hunter-gatherers that have been in this place long before us. And then there's all the hikers and wild campers that I know. I know that they're in and round all the time. And, you know, anybody who comes here and hikes and camps and stuff here, there are thousands of people every year. So imagine that stretching back into history. That's so cool. It's kind of cool for the natural layer, and I'm all about the natural layer, the habitat and the biodiversity. That thrills me every time I come out. What can I see today? What's out? What's gone over? You know, what little birdies are around? You know, can I see red grouse today? Well, I get to see a hare today. But then on top of that, there's another layer, a history layer. You know, and Mourne Heritage and the National Trust are carrying that on, you know, by tending the paths, tending the habitats. And I'm thinking specifically of this, you know, the smuggler's route, the brandy pad. That's an historic trail that would have been used for a specific purpose in the past. But for me, it's how I get from Bloody Bridge to Tracy Track, you know? Anyway, porridge. Well, I'm all packed up and ready to go. And I was coming off the top of Slieve Beg, and I ran into a badger. I didn't actually run into it, but I think we kind of scared each other. I was coming off the top of the mountain, and he was kind of coming up the mountain. We kind of went, oh! and then he ran off down towards the brandy pad. But that's a really cool encounter, and I want to show you this because I'm not sure how much of this you can see, but this is another one of the gullies on Slieve Beg. It's not the Devil's Coach Road, but there are several big gullies right along the top of Slieve Beg, and I think it's pretty cool. Some beautiful rock formations there too. So anyway, I'm all packed up, I'm back on the trail, I'm heading down towards the van, and it's raining in the clouds. I've really enjoyed this wee camp up in the clouds, you know. It's been pretty fantastic. But obviously I wanted to show you much more of the views out towards, well, let me show you. Slieve Bearnagh, can't see it at all. Cove Mountain, can't see it at all. Donard, can't see it. Commedagh, can't see it. Down into the Crom reservoir, can't see it. Can't see out to Hare's Gap, can't see it. So I'm a wee bit disappointed in that, but hey, that's the way it goes up here in the mountains, isn't it? Anyway, listen, if you haven't clicked on the subscribe button, maybe you'd consider subscribing. Click on the wee button down there in the corner, and click on the notifications bell to keep up to date with all that we're doing. Thank you so much for clicking on the video today. I really hope that you've enjoyed the journey with me. There's only one more thing that I need to say, and that's go get your boots on, go outside and go exploring, and I'll see you again on the next one. Bye.